Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products. DONTAE'S News Nation, what's going on, guys? So today I wanted to talk about Rhian Brewster. Rhian Brewster is an English soccer player, 17 years old. He's a big damn deal over there right now. Matter of fact, he just won the Under-17 World Cup. He won the Golden Boot Trophy, which is an award presented each season to the leading goal scorer in league matches from the top division of every European National League. On top of that, Rhian Brewster is only the second man to score a hat trick against Brazil. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what a hat trick is, at least a natural or flawless hat trick, in soccer, a hat trick is when a player scores 3 consecutive goals in the same game without being interrupted by any other goals. Now, recently, Rhian, he just did an interview and he completely opened up on all of the racial abuse that he deals with on and off the soccer field. He had tons and tons of stories, and he said he had been thinking about coming out on this a long time ago, but he finally decided to come out right now. And he has story after story after story, which that wouldn't really surprise a lot of people any damn way. Now, what's surprising about his story is he's not even considered a grown man. Rhian is 17 years old. And Rhian goes all the way back to when he was 12. In this interview he did, he's sharing his experience, talking about when he was 12 years old, there were grown men making monkey chants. And he said it was directed towards him. Because I'm not sure if he was the only black guy on the team at the time. But you have grown men racially attacking a 12-year-old boy. You know how your mama say, that ain't nothing but the devil. That, my friend, is truly nothing but the devil. You know, it's funny when we talk about the devil, because we all know how the devil is depicted, right? Like when you picture the devil, you picture just evil, right? You picture a person that's evil. You picture a person that hates you for no reason at all. He doesn't care if you're a nice person. He doesn't care if you're an angel. He don't care if you're God. He is going to hate you. That's the perception, right? When it comes to what the devil is supposed to be. When you look at the type of stuff that these racist fans are doing to these kids, that is the act of the devil. No doubt about it. That is the act of the devil. For you to sink that low and you're attacking kids, you're attacking 12-year-old boys, that's the devil. That's the devil, right? You know, but going back to, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and quote. I mean, it's a long article and I'll put the link in the description box, but I just want to read a little bit of what he had to say. I want to share one of his stories that he shared. So he said, I got fouled. I was on the floor and I had the ball in my hands. One of their players started saying stuff in Russian to the ref. I said, it's a foul. Man, what you playing at? I was still sitting down at this stage. Then their player leaned over me right down to my face and said, suck my dick, you nigger, you Negro. He said, I jumped up to my feet and the ref came running over because obviously he realized something had been said. He said to me he couldn't do anything because he hadn't heard it. And the only thing I could do is report it. I said, come on, then let's go and report it. He started doing something else. And I said, no, now. We went over to the fourth official and told him, I told Steve what had happened and we made a complaint there. End quote. So once again, you have a 17-year-old kid that is only supposed to be focused on playing soccer. That's the only thing he's supposed to be focused on. He shouldn't have to be paying attention, or he shouldn't have to focus on these type of ignorant ass distractions. Racist people. And you know what? Speaking of distractions, to all those people that usually come out and they always respond to a black person reporting racism, and they say, hey man, stop playing the race card, stop race baiting, you're just making things worse, etc., etc. Where are all those people when you see racist acts like this? Where are all of those people when we see racist acts like this? When we're watching a sport that's not supposed to have anything to do with race, and then someone, quote unquote, pulls the race card and they make everything about race, why are you guys not coming out counterattacking these racists? How come you're not saying to them or asking them the question, why you race baiting? How come you're not counterattacking, reacting to these racists and asking them why they're playing the race card? Why are you race baiting? This is the true definition of race baiting. Listen, man, I grew up in Long Beach, California. And unfortunately, in Long Beach, there was a lot of black and brown tension in the school that I went to. And because of it, there were a lot of riots. Maybe there was a big one, maybe like once a month at the school. And the majority of those riots started from someone calling a black person the N-word or a monkey. So my point is, that is what you call race baiting. That's the true definition of race baiting. If you offend anyone's race, you better expect it to go down. And that is what you call baiting someone racially. So once again, my question is, if you guys claim you don't want to hear about race, why don't you leave race out of this? Why don't you stop playing the race card? Why don't you stop crying about race? If you don't want to hear about race, why aren't you telling these people that? What kind of shit is that? You don't get upset at the person that's committing the crime, but you have a problem with the person that reported the criminal. You have a problem with the person that called the police and got the criminal arrested. That means you're one of the criminals. Or you're a strong advocate, right? You're the criminal's advocate. Either way, it's the same thing. Either way, it's the same thing. You don't have a problem with the racist, but you have a problem with the people that the racists target. How does that make any logical sense? It doesn't make any sense. That ain't nothing but the devil. It's supposed to be about love. And I do hope that one day these evil people can be healed. They can be cured of their disease. That's what I'm praying for. I'm not a super religious person, but I'm going to pray for people with that type of disease. I'm going to pray that they get the help that they need. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys a dose of contrast. Since I was just talking about love and hate. Now, just imagine you see this picture that's on the screen right now. A stadium full of European fans. Now, have you ever asked yourself, how would the fans act if the majority of the fans were black in the crowd? Would they racially attack the soccer players of a different color? Well, I have your answer for you right here. Now, this is when the World Cup was in South Africa. When the World Cup was in South Africa, it was nothing but love and happiness. They say pictures say 1,000 words. Well, these say 1,000,000 words. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. You guys already know what it is. It's the nation, baby. I'm on to the next one, y'all.